Some stories don't unravel slowly. Sometimes it takes just a single night, a single reckless choice, to burn everything down. I should have stayed home. If I could turn back time, I'd erase that night completely. One party, one drink too many, and suddenly the life I'd built, my marriage, my home, my career, collapsed like it was nothing. At 32, I thought I was settled. I had a decent career in marketing, a mortgage I could handle, and a husband I believed would be by my side forever. Ethan and I had been married for 5 years. We weren't flawless, but I thought we were strong. That Friday, my team celebrated closing a huge deal. My boss, Vince, hosted an after-hours party at a sleek downtown loft. Ethan didn't like the idea of me going. He said Vince gave him a bad feeling. Too smooth, too smug. I brushed it off, promised I'd be back before midnight. I should have listened. The loft glowed with music, champagne, and people letting loose. At first, I stuck close to colleagues, making safe small talk. Then Vince handed me a glass, smiling like he knew something I didn't. "Celebrate properly," he said. One drink turned into two, then more. As the crowd thinned, I felt the room tilt. Vince leaned closer, touched my arm, laughed too long at my jokes. The warning bells rang, but I stayed put. After that, things blurred. I remember sitting on the couch, his hand sliding onto my leg, and then darkness. The next morning, I woke up in his bed, fully dressed, head splitting, stomach knotted. Shame hit first, then panic. I left before he stirred, called an Uber, and cried the whole way home. Ethan was still asleep when I slipped into the bathroom. I stared at my reflection and whispered over and over, "Nothing happened, nothing happened." But deep down, I knew I'd crossed a line. For weeks, I buried it, pretended. Every kiss from Ethan made me feel like I was rotting inside. Every time he asked about work, I flinched. Then the truth cornered me. 2 Mondays later, Vince sat in HR's office looking sick. By noon, they called me in. He confessed, said something had happened between us, called it consensual but a mistake. Company policy was brutal. No relationships between supervisors and staff. I was terminated on the spot. No severance, no reference, just a humiliating escort out. I went home, broken. Ethan was cooking dinner. I collapsed and told him everything. Well, almost everything. I left out the part where I didn't say no. He listened, silent. Then finally, "You cheated on me, Claire." 5 words that gutted me. I tried to explain, to say it wasn't what it seemed. But the more I spoke, the colder he grew. That night, he packed a bag. 2 days later, I got a notice. Our lease wasn't being renewed. His name was on the paperwork. I had 30 days to leave. Unemployed, abandoned, terrified, I moved into my sister Megan's tiny spare room. She tried to be supportive, but I could see the judgment behind her sympathy. My days blurred into endless job applications and crushing regret. My reputation was ruined. Word had spread. Then came the blow that finished me. Megan walked in one night, pale, phone trembling in her hand. She showed me a video. My heart sank. Security footage from the night of the party. Me laughing with Vince. Him kissing my cheek. Me leaning in. Clear timestamp. Damning body language. It was on Reddit under the title, "Office Affair Goes Wrong." She got fired. Now she's playing victim. My name wasn't posted, but people figured it out. Co-workers commented. The internet devoured it. I deleted my accounts. Shut off my phone. Ethan never called. Days bled into weeks, weeks into months. I scraped together part-time work as a receptionist at a dental clinic. Miserable pay, miserable hours. But with something, Megan pushed me into therapy. I resisted, but eventually I talked. And for the first time, I admitted the truth. I wasn't assaulted. I wasn't tricked. I made a choice I tried to bury under excuses. It was one night, just one, but it cost me everything. My marriage, my job, my home. Ethan didn't deserve what I did. I even wrote him a letter once, pouring out everything I wished I'd said. But I never sent it. What was the point? He had already moved on. Sometimes I lie awake wondering, what if I'd gone home early, or stopped at one drink, or pulled away when Vince touched me? But I didn't, and that mistake echoes every single day. We like to think a single night can't define us, but sometimes it can. Sometimes one decision can follow you forever.